to the channel. My name is Anil and I'm a productivity enthusiast. Today we're talking about how to create a free backup solution for your Logseq app. As you may remember, my very first video on this channel was the introduction of the Logseq note-taking app. One of the many questions that are coming up with local-based note-taking apps like Logseq is how to enable a backup solution. As you may imagine, using drives like OneDrive, Google Drive, and even Dropbox can be a solution, but as we all know, still having a backup, even in these cases, is good practice. Of course, these solutions all come with a price tag. So if you are looking for a free solution today, I will be covering how to do this via GitHub. Yes, although GitHub is used by software developers for version control of their codes, it can also be used as a storage for your markdown files. What you will see today is performed on Windows 10, but it should also work for Macs. How I enable to do this is I'm using Obsidian in this case to be able to benefit from its plugin ecosystem. Although Logseq has Git functionality embedded in it, it is not automated, so you might need to create a script or a batch. And in this video I wanted to create something for people like me that are not very tech advanced, let's say. But before continuing with the video, I think it's a good idea, if you haven't done before, to make sure that the Obsidian and the Logseq are in sync before going ahead with this video. And you can have a look at my previous video, how to make Logseq and Obsidian work in sync. You can find the video description, video link in the description below. Okay, so what do we need to do first? So I'm assuming that you now have Obsidian together with which is working in sync with Logseq. First, what you need to do is you need to open a GitHub account, and the good news is that GitHub is free. In order to open your GitHub account, just go to github.com, click on sign up, and just follow the instructions from there onwards, and in a few minutes you will have your GitHub account. And then the second step will be to create the repository. So you will probably see a page similar to this page, or if you don't, maybe something like this. Maybe you will click on the repositories wherever you are, and it will there you will press the new button to make the new repositories. You have to name, you should name the repository something that you can use with your in your folder structure, because once we clone the repository into the computer, it will create a folder with the name of the repository. So just for today's video purposes, I will just make up a name: Git demo YouTube. Okay, now description is optional. I won't fill it out now. This is very important. You must choose private, or else if your repository will be public, people can go in and see all your notes. And it's important to add a Readme file, because not that you need to write anything in the Readme file, but any Git repository needs one file at least to be initialized. So when we add this Readme, it will automatically initialize the repo, which will save us some time. So I will now create the repository. So you see another so the Readme file is here. There is nothing written in it. It's not important. The important part here is that there's two parts. One is the main branch, which we will use later when we are setting up the plugin, the Obsidian plugin, and this code button. So let's see, when you click the code button, you see you will have the clone, how you need to clone it, and we will be using the HTTPS address here in order to clone it, and this is to copy the address. We have to make sure that Git is installed on our computer, and if we are not sure, we can check from the command line to see if, so I will just open the command line and type in git version. So if you type this in, you see it will say git version for 2.31. It can be maybe a little bit different, but if you don't have a message like this come up, if it will say, if the git is not installed, it will say git is not recognized, a similar message like that. So if you need to install, what you can do is you can go to the Git official page. I will put these links in the description, and download Git from there. And I've also added another link which I have no relation to. It's just a website I found when I was initially trying to set this up. This link here, it's also I will put in the description. It really explains with screenshots how to install Git. So I will continue the video just assuming that you have installed, and we can go on from there. So once you have Git installed, okay, now assuming that you have the Git installed, you need to open the command line, and you need to go to wherever you want the folder to be created. So I want it to be created here, but if you need to drill down more, you can just look at what is the directory here with this command dir. It will show you all the folders there, and then if you want to drill down, you can drill down with cd and then the folder name. For example, if I want to drill down into git demo, for example, I will just say cd git demo, and it will take me to cd git demo, but I don't want it there. So if I need to go back up, I will just say cd ... and it will bring me one level up. So depending on where you want to create the folder, you can use these commands, and since I want to create it here, I will leave the command screen open and go to my repo, as I had explained a few minutes ago, and I will copy the link and go back to the command line, and I will type in git clone, and then the address. Control V is working for me, but if not, you might need to type it in. So once you git clone it, it is now, you see, it is now saying that it's cloning, and now it's completed. So if I go to my Explorer, I can see that the git demo YouTube has been created, and the readme file that we had created has also come here. Okay, so now we have our folder created. What we need to do next is to load the community plugin which is called the Obsidian Git. So now I will go to Obsidian Git, and I will open a new vault, and I will go to the folder that. So now I have opened the a new vault, which is now pointing to the folder that I have created with the repository. Now let's just create a new node, demo for Git, and write some things in it. Let's see if this will work. So now I have created a new page, and what I will do is I will go and from the community plugins turn off the safe mode, and then find the Obsidian Git plugin. I will install it. Okay, and then I will enable it. Okay, now I have to set up the configure the settings of the Git. So just for this demo purposes, I will do it 1 minute. You can leave this 0. Let's see. So I generally like to say pull updates on startup, because then whenever I open Obsidian, it will automatically make sure that the Git is working, and you can leave these as they are. Now the important part here is that to make sure that the current branch main is the same as the one that when we had created the repo. So let's see if it's the same. Okay, as you can see, it is the same. Close this one and keep this one open. Okay, so now we will see if you see it has already started to commit. It has committed the files, and now it's pushing the changes. Pushed 11 files to remote. Just to check what's going on, we can go back to our repo, refresh the page. You see, now my node, demo for Git, and I can even go inside the node and see it. So what you can do now is you can transfer all your files from your Logseq initial folders nodes into the new folder, and each time you will do that you can back it up like that, or you can use it as your own folder, as your own vault going forward from there. Just a quick reminder, if for some reason the current branch is set to main, and if it's not main here, if it's something else, I mean if it's different than what is written here in Obsidian, sometimes it can be master, so you cannot change it here, but you can change it from the GitHub page. And how you do that is you go to settings, and you see the branches side, and it says the default branch is the main. So if you have to make it the same as what is in the Obsidian Git plugin, and then you can just edit it from here. So you can rename the branch from here. And as we have just seen, we have successfully transferred our nodes into GitHub as a backup for free in a few minutes. So I think this wraps up this video in relation to the free backup solution for Logseq. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate your subscription, and if you like it, it will mean a lot. It will help me make more videos. And also big thanks to the Obsidian Git plugin, and you can also support them on their GitHub page as well. Thank you, and have a nice day.